Hello. Da 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 da. A new source. Da 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 da. Ba-da-dum-bum. How's everyone doing tonight? We're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
We're live. Well,
we're live. Where did I just?
That's about it.
We're live. Okay. 1 second. Let's save as. Where did I? Yeah. Cancel. Is it? Oh, did I just save it as untitled, like a dummy? I did. Okay. Yes. Let's do this. Oh, big bar. Boo doop boop. Safety bar. Do do do. Safety bar. Do 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 do. Go away. Do do do. And there we go. Hello. Hey, Jillian. We made it. Hello. Hello.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you. Hello, Katie. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We've had to play fast and loose with this video situation. We're gonna move the logo to a more. There we. You know what? I think this is the nicest it's gonna look. What do we think? I think we did it, guys.
I'm gonna go look. I didn't have to stream.
I'm telling you, every time we get ready to live stream, when we set everything up, it all works perfectly.
True.
And then 10 minutes before it starts, everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
I think was it the last one where we were like a half an hour late because it just kept foiling us. So how's everyone doing tonight? Hit us up in the chat. Let you know what you up to. What you doing?
Yeah, ask us anything.
Hmm.
We might not answer it, but can ask us
I does anyone notice the picture that's in the thumbnail?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just our I can't change that.
When you go to the site or whatever, it's just funny. It shows me. I'm sticking my tongue out. It's great. Because that's
Nice, of course.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Technology. Oh, drinking and watching record reviews. I haven't started that one yet. I was waiting for it to all be done so that I could binge it. There's the word.
Am I on 6? I will go look at what number I'm on. It's been a while. Yeah, I got through episode 6 of that one.
What are you drinking?
I'm behind.
I'm gonna watch it.
What are you drinking? Anything delicious?
I went to drink soju tonight, but I had put my soju in the freezer to chill it, and then I forgot about it, and it's solid. So I'm not drinking soju tonight.
You didn't want a soju pop?
That is unfortunate.
And then,
Ricky!
Yeah,
My twin brother came! Ricky!
Hi, Ricky!
Hi.
We have banana almond milk. That's what I have.
I have a lime bubbly. I also have a gigantic bottle of jasmine green tea that I've been working on for 2 days. Ooh, a stout with chocolate and chili. That sounds...
Wow.
I've got pumpkin
fancy.
chai tea and water. We are poor in this household, so no wine.
Womp womp. Yeah, my husband got some fancy beer today. I don't drink beer, so I don't. But yeah, I got my tea. I got my bubbly. See, I used to get the store brand carbonated water, but then one day the bubbly was on sale, and it's
Now you haven't turned back?
no, it's so much better than the store brand. I have no idea why. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's so much better. And it's in the grand scheme of things, it's the store brand is $3.50 for a box of 12 and the bubbly is $4.50 for a box of 12. So it's okay, I'm not really busting our budget with the
the $1.
the $1 more bubbly. That is hella good. This is a fresh box. We went to the grocery store earlier because I needed to go to the post office to mail off some stickers. And then I was like, let's get some bubbly on the way home because we're out. And Matthew was like, okay. Yes, those advertising dollars. Like, is bubbly in the States? Is this in the States?
It might be. I think it is.
Because it's made in Canada. Because I know in the States you drink those LaCroix. Or LaCroix, as you all call it. Even though it is clearly a French name and would be called LaCroix. But whatever.
There's also like others, too.
In the Midwest, it's more like LaCroix. Like, they'll say the X.
Yeah.
LaCroix.
They don't mess around.
Natalia's French heart is like
It's
dying.
just like,
Oh man, when I first moved to my state, there were a couple of small towns that were very, very, very French in spelling, and I would say them at least closest to the French side of that.
Oh no, they don't know.
And they would be like, no, they would like, sound out very,
Yeah.
very Midwest of them.
Yeah.
It's like when my husband was in college, there's a town in PEI that's spelled Souris, which in French is souris, which means mouse. So when he was doing an internship there, and he was like, oh, like I'm in Souris, and they're like, what? And he's like, Souris, like the town name, and they're like, Surrey. And he's like, what? Bubbly is sold there? Okay, good. You can all enjoy the magic of Bubbly. Katie, I'm really glad that your stickers showed up. Nicole got hers today too, so.
Is it more expensive here is the question.
Yeah, because it's made in Canada. Oh.
Mm.
All I know is that Bubbly has a deal with Thai Express, which is like basically a Canadian chain that's like the McDonald's of Thai food, and it's disturbingly good. Well, okay, Ricky, I figured you wouldn't have Bubbly in Malaysia. That would be that would be a bit of an ask. We're all simping over Kurosawa, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everyone, but when I say we all, I mean everyone currently watching. If a K-pop person had to have a celeb endorsement with Bubbly, who would it be? Ooh, this is
Eric
actually
Nam,
like
That's what I was gonna say, Eric Nom.
yeah, Eric Nam for sure.
Henry.
Henry, yeah. And it is not like Panda.
Like Ailey, however she says her name.
So as to the question, is Thai Express like Panda Express? No, it is not. It's actually really cool. You go in, you tell them what you want, and then they cook it for you in a giant wok over open flame. It's incredible.
That sounds like something here. Mongolian.
Anyway, it's
But
all
what-
Thai food. You can get pad Thai,
Something
pad
like
Su,
that,
all
yeah.
sorts of stuff.
They have a lot of nice soups there, too. I always get nice soup when I
They
go
have
to Thai
salads.
Express.
They have spring like the veggie, like the summer. You know, like the rice paper roll. You know what I mean.
Spring rolls.
Oh, Eric Nam would be all over Bubbly, Jillian. Eric Nam would be all
yeah,
over
totally.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
You can just see him now, like,
Eric Nom knows how to get that bread.
Yeah, no, he is like a business person. Like, he's got it.
listen,
I'm
he
not
knows
worried
what he
about
is
him.
about.
Somebody offers him something, he's there. Like,
And he has his two brothers to back him up. Like, he's good. He's fine. We're not worth stressed about Eric Nam on money.
No, like, Eric Nam is doing great. So
he's
what?
the best. He's the most professional, awkward person.
Yeah.
He is. I like his awkward little smile that he does, and like when we've been three of us have been watching KCON this week, getting up so early. I know,
I'm
Ricky,
not
it's
even
the closest
getting
we
up.
get
I'm
to a
just
night
up.
market. Yeah, okay. I don't get up. I lie in
Just
bed
there.
and watch it. Eric Nam can Eric Nam. You know it. Ricky, you know it. And he's been, we're in it mostly for Nam, but let me tell you, that boy, when there is an awkward situation and he's just like, ha ha ha, It's like,
He
oh.
leads into it too.
Yeah,
he's just
he's
like,
like,
this is awkward and I hate myself, but like
Yeah,
I was
we're here.
ASCO, so I'm stuck in this position. It's essentially K-pop is essentially like Disney stars. Like they just have to kind of like perpetually be in this awkward childlike industry.
Jillian, I too missed the tie-dye sweater from season 1. That was a good look. He was wearing some nice mom jeans the other day. That was nice.
We should rant about the tower.
Oh, the tower. Okay. Okay, for anyone...
Let's talk about the tower.
Let's start with explaining what this thing is for the people that don't know.
Okay, so for anyone not watching KCON, they've introduced in the meet and greets this bizarre... Okay, so all of these have, like, augmented reality effects all the time that are pointless. But the one that is the most pointless is they'll have, like, a hovering 3D, like... hologram of the band name, okay?
Yes, in a specific font that's like
Yeah.
KCON font.
Yeah,
That's
the official font, and it's like 3-dimensional, and then it'll like slowly fill up with like chats of people chatting in the live chat, and then if they fill up the tower, which is just their 3-dimensional name, then it like changes to their logo.
Yeah, so it's like their logo and their fandom name's logo. It's like this
Yeah.
like great unity.
Oh,
But-
good times. But it's like, it's fake. It doesn't matter how many you get. They're still going to do it at the end. Like, it's not like they're going to get to the end.
Didn't have enough like fans, so sorry.
Can you imagine Eric Nom saying that?
They're not being like, oh, I'm sorry, not enough
Sorry.
fans typed in the live chat, so get out. No.
Well, and you can tell like some of the groups, they're just happy that they're starting an augmented reality thing and they're just trying to be nice. Other ones, they're like really faking it. They're like, this is
Oh, they're
really
like-
stupid.
Like,
Or the other like,
like,
sure.
like day
Oh, look
6,
at
day
that.
6 was faking it. They were, even if day was faking it.
They're like, whatever.
Tower,
Let's go home.
And Card didn't give a shit. They were just like, great,
Like,
woo! I did not see, Jillian just said, did you see when they had the Ace Tower and they wrote ATs by accident in the captions? Nope.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the meet and greet today.
Oh, but like, okay, they have a live translator. Let's like,
Yeah, like you gotta, cut them some slack.
they're like they have to essentially have 2 live translators because they're a live translator for the Japanese
Yeah.
subs too.
We stand her, by the way.
Yeah, she was
really-
great.
Oh
The,
no, I was
no,
You're right, the live translator. We did like the JOI.
Yeah, the Japanese meet and greet lady for J01.
I
J01?
Yeah.
J10? She was great. They were cute. That little Japanese boy group. Very,
Yeah.
very cute. What else?
Japanese one.
It was nice. Little inclusion of some J-pop. Good times. Yeah. So we've been, K-conning it up. You know how it is.
No,
Oy vey.
it's a little light right now because it's just the like leftover meet and greets
Yeah,
and
and I'm not...
random things.
And
But
listen, I ain't getting up at 8 in the morning to watch awkward laughter. You know what I mean? Like, no,
yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm glad that we finally got to go to a KCON. I guess
Right. Oops, get away, stop.
I wish they would do like lean into what the other stuff in KCON is. I know that KCON was like trying to distance themselves from like K-drama people, but like having like the smaller panels, and if they had tried to translate that into this, like maybe have like live streams going on, because you can do multiple live streams on a channel,
Yeah.
like especially like that big. But like if they had done it that way, so then it would be like a KCON experience, like, someone analyzing K-pop songs and music in the industry or something like that.
Yeah.
Those smaller things that actually happen at a KCON.
Yeah, that would have been fun. So, Ricky has a question. Okay, first comment from Jillian, otherwise known as K-pop Events Halveck. She says, Ace was in shorts today, so you missed out a little. You do know how I do love Ace in shorts. And then Ricky was wondering about the people demanding apologies. I'm going to explain what went down, because this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, we're talking about the Ace thing?
The Ace thing.
The Ace EXO thing.
So,
Can I
okay.
tell that story?
Yeah, go. So
Okay.
dumb.
So, Ace, they did a cover of, I'm sure a couple people already know. Ace did a really good cover of Obsession by EXO, to the
Really
point
good.
that they, dyed their hair.
Yeah, they cosplayed as, they embodied EXO.
Yeah. So it wasn't
Okay.
a simple cover. Like, they leaned into that pretty hard.
Mhm.
And then, just like any other K-pop group, they did some behind-the-scenes pictures and behind-the-scenes video. I didn't get to see the video. I'm gonna admit that.
I've seen the video. It's so harmless.
So,
I'm sure it
just
is.
they were going up some stairs, and I think they did one of the moves.
It was this one.
like,
It was the
kinda
move
funny.
that we all made fun of. It's this. You know, and they were just doing that and laughing
being
while going up the
humans.
stairs.
Joking around.
Yeah, and then
And supposedly, a lot of the Korean EXO fans had a meltdown and said they're being disrespectful towards EXO. And
fans gotta
so
chill.
then the company. So if you found the video, where did you see the video?
I think someone had downloaded it before it got deleted, and then it was on Twitter. It was literally
That's
the
why you
most.
haven't seen it. So
It was so
the
harmless.
company apologized. Their apology, though, to me, they didn't blame their people at all, really. They were just like, we made the video go away. It's like, we don't want to deal with it. And sorry. To me, they still shouldn't have said sorry or anything, but it's not as if they were saying, we did wrong or anything.
Yeah,
They're
because
just
they didn't. They were
Because
just
they didn't.
They were just
No.
Right.
dancing and laughing. That's not a crime.
Um,
Anyway, and it was like, it's so stupid. It's just like, I'm telling you, sometimes these entitled fans just ruin it for the rest of us. We were just having
They
a
ruin
good
it for the
time.
group.
Yeah, they ruin it for everyone. Then, not only do they ruin it for Ace, who was just having a good time, they ruin it for EXO, who's doesn't care. Doesn't care. I can
Reminds me of-
assure you 100%. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They've got other things in their lives going on. But
It
I'm telling
reminds
you,
me of, those relay dance videos that they can kind of do them seriously, but the whole point is really to have fun at the end at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember which group, but they got trashed for being a little silly during the relay dance video. I mean, they got they had to apologize and all this stuff, and it's just
So stupid.
It's just so ridiculous
So
because
stupid.
then another group would do the same exact thing and everybody would think it's the cutest thing in the entire world, and then they're so great and quirky and we love them for that.
Wasn't it a girl group? I feel like it was a girl group
no,
because
it was actually a boy
Was
group.
it a boy
Well,
group?
that I know of.
well, okay, here's the thing. And so their comment is, I have a hard time understanding the sensitivity of some fans. It kind of turns me off from K-pop. This is the problem, in that I just ignore them because I don't actually care what a 19-year-old in Topeka thinks about literally anything. You know what I mean?
Or
Oh,
a
is that-
soccer fan in Korea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Or it's
the type
like
that-
if a 16-year-old in Korea is crying because a 26-year-old man got married and had a kid, get over it. He was never gonna marry you anyway.
I care enough that I hope and pray that their parent finds out
Yeah.
and gets them help. Because
Yeah.
it's it's a start of something that could lead
It's
into
like an obsessive
a very
behavior.
dangerous thing for themselves, and they need to realize that.
They do tend to be that young, from what I found.
Ooh.
They're all I'm just
young.
younger. Hi! Oh, we've got Oh, so many people. Yes, poor Chen. They do tend to be on the younger side that I've noticed, though that doesn't mean that there aren't,
Um,
Well,
older.
that was today on Twitter was the whole Hag fan debate was started up again by, I don't know, somebody who was like, if you're 24 and you're on Stan Twitter, K-pop Stan Twitter, you shouldn't be because you're a pedophile. And like,
It
was
like
like,
the
like,
bar
you're
gets
fruity
moved.
and Beyonce
The
and
bar
Beyonce.
gets
I know.
moved all the time. It's like first it was 30, then it was 25.
their bands are 24 on K-pop Stan
Yeah.
Twitter because it's their job.
Yeah.
It's not our job, so we shouldn't be there. And it was like, are you kidding?
No, and here's the thing, and I like every time
I'm
like
pretty sure that they're happy that they have older fans that can give them money. Just saying.
right.
Or that are
No,
closer
but
to their
what
actual
I
age.
always laugh about is like, being like, oh, like you're too old to be into K-pop. Like, first off, I'm like the same age as a lot of the idol singers, or like within 5 years of them. So I hate to tell you, old 16-year-old who's upset that a 30-year-old likes K-pop. Let's take a little thought experiment here and say that I was gonna bang one of them, okay? It's legal for me to do it. It ain't legal for you to do it, so.
Well, there's also something to be said how wrong it is that you only think that idol is there for you to fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It's,
and I am there to listen to their music.
yeah,
so.
that's like, listen, all I'm here, like, if I was, into this for the sexual nature, I wouldn't call them my sweet children, which I do, even though some of them are older than me. They're still my sweet children. And I just like listening to the music and looking at some tight dance moves. Listen, am I blind? No. Shonu
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you
is an
like
attractive man.
you can be attractive or look at someone and see that they're an attractive person, but not be sexually attracted to them too. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
that's also
like,
a thing.
listen,
Like,
I'm not in this for the titillation, okay? I just genuinely enjoy
Well-
music and dance.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Like, from when did being a fan of something, whatever the thing would be, have to immediately be equivalent to anything sexual whatsoever?
Yeah.
Like,
at the very core, like it shouldn't be. Like, I'm not saying that it's like bad that it happens, because it's natural for it to happen. But like, if you think that's the only reason that they are put on this earth, because that's what you're projecting to me as thinking that if I'm a fan, I'm doing what's in your head that you're doing as a fan, which means it's that there's something seriously wrong, that's it, and you've now just been called out on it, and you're like projecting because you're mad that you're like, oh, I don't actually like care about their music like these other people are doing. Your world is crumbling.
Like, just,
Social media is not for you. I'm sorry.
make some in real life friends and
Speak
learn.
to someone. Like, just get help for this. Like,
Yeah. So we got a comment. I'm old, not dead. Classic. Yes. Then we have Jillian coming in with about her story. She told me this before. She was waiting to see The Rose at K-Pop North, and there were a bunch of like teenage, very, very fans who started getting up in her business about her being too old to be a very, very fan. And she was like, I'm not even here to see very, very. I'm here to see The Rose and get out of, like, go away.
even if I was.
We have, you could make the same argument for K-drama actors, and yeah, you could. You could. But I find that there's less of it with K-drama actors because a lot of them are older, like with the whole, like, old fans can't,
Well, the age thing, but I think people speaking about actors or whoever just in a sexual sense or in just a physical sense, I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, like I keep seeing people talking about Nam Darum and being like, oh, he needs a lead role, and I was like, he had a lead role, but what you want is a romantic lead role, right? Like, say what you mean, if that's, he's been a lead. He just wasn't a lead in something you wanted to watch and romanticize.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Thrills and Crimes and those shows, like, if they're a lead, it's never actually counted as a lead.
Yeah.
No.
Only a lead if there is romance.
There's only a lead if they're
Or
smooching.
if they've seen it, right? Like,
Yeah.
the actor
Well,
from,
no, I didn't see
a,
it.
a poem a
Oh,
day.
yeah.
And people are constantly like, he needs to be a lead in a rom-com. He needs to be a romantic lead. And it's right there. It was really good. If you didn't watch it, that's not my fault. Like,
it's also right there that he's like doing the same types of shows. So maybe he likes doing that type of role. So why would he be like, I'm gonna switch now to this thing just because this one person says it? Like,
Oh, I
people
heard.
take roles because they like it and not just because it's the lead. He's fine. He is well off. He's making money. It's not that
Yeah.
he doesn't need a
he's
lead.
working.
It's like,
Well,
oh no, I
yeah.
saw Fangirl4937 on Twitter say that I need to make this role, so I now must go out and do it. Oh. No, that's not how
We're
any
also
of
not
this
going
works.
to be cast as the lead female. So
Yeah, right. Like, you're not living out your Y/N fantasy here. Like, chill out. Just go read some fan fiction. You'll feel better. Like, jeez. Oh my goodness. There's a difference between fantasy and reality. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. So,
just
Any more
respect
questions?
people as a person. That's all.
Yeah,
They're a
like,
person at the end
remember
of the day. They're
people
real.
are people.
yeah. So, what has everyone been watching this week? People love this segment. I don't know why, but y'all are into it.
Yeah. People love to hear what people are watching.
So Ricky says, the digital age makes content so much more accessible and it's easier to find like-minded people, and you create your own timeline with your likes and follows, so it's really an echo chamber. It's true, man. It's true.
True.
Which is great that we have you guys because y'all are awesome. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Our echo chamber.
our
works,
echo
okay?
chamber is sick. So, mind you, like, Ricky, now if we're talking thirst Twitter, you should go follow Ricky because it's always a good time, but it's a playful, fun time where, if he's constantly pregnant by good-looking men, that's his thing. So, that's acceptable because we know Ricky is not actually pregnant.
Do
Or
we?
is he?
He's taking a pregnant
I mean,
contest.
we haven't, I personally haven't talked to him, face to face. So we really don't know who Ricky is.
I know who Ricky is. He's not pregnant.
Just outed Ricky as a.
chamber. You're right, Beth. It is a happy echo chamber. We have a happy echo chamber.
That's right.
Yeah, the world sucks. Why
God, the
are
world
you gonna
sucks
make
so
it,
bad this year.
so
Woo!
terrible, also with our favorite things or the way that we pass the time. Just
So,
So
Jillian's been
we were
watching...
going to say what we're watching? Is that what we were doing?
Yeah. Jillian's been watching ATs on KCON on repeat. I get it, girl. I get
I'm-
it.
However, and I'm not going to say anything bad about ATs because I love them to pieces. The cameraman.
Oh, the
sucks.
cameraman was drunk.
Oh my
What was
God.
up with that? Oh,
He
shit.
just wanted to slap his hand and say no, stop moving.
It was just like, I was like, what are you doing? Just show us, just wide
hate
shot,
that.
slow pan. That's all we need.
It's one thing when it's a group that even when they're doing choreo, they're kind of generally staying in the same
Yeah,
spots or something. It's still annoying when they do that. But
yeah.
the choreographies that are more complex, like ATs, that kind of tell a story,
We'd like
Hate
to,
it, like-
to see it.
they would pull way back to where it's like, well, I missed that cool move. Thanks.
And then they would
And
just go real close in on one person, and you're like,
Yeah, you're like,
why
no,
are
no.
you doing this? Stop it.
Stop.
I hate when they do the close up of one person's face, and sometimes it's not even the person singing at the time.
Yes,
They're,
they fuck up.
they're dancing. Please, just stop it.
Oy vey, oy vey. So we have someone else is celebrating Drama Week and binging as many dramas as they can before they start nursing school. One, Congratulations on getting into nursing school.
Yeah.
Good job.
Ah.
Good job. Secondly, we're going to need to know what dramas you binging. You gotta
Yeah.
give us the goods. And then and Katie's doing a go-ahead mega binge over the weekend. That's
Nice.
fun.
I'm so behind in that one. I mean, it's done now, but I'm stuck on like episode 6. I put it in the hold pile for now because I was watching other things and I got distracted. But I'll probably get back to it, maybe. Probably.
Beth is watching Cherry Magic over and over and giggling nonstop. Same girl.
Understood.
Oh, so cute. Like, my heart.
Ooh, White Christmas.
My heart.
White
White
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
man.
good. Perfect for this time.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know about White Christmas, and we won't spoil anything, it's
good.
not very, Christmassy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's more,
It's not Christmassy.
It's over Christmas break, but,
it is not homework-esque whatsoever.
No.
Ricky is also watching Cherry Magic. He says he's watching Cherry Magic episode 1 and 2 every day and convincing more people to watch it. And he says, I think it's working. So then we got, she's watching Tale of the Nine-Tailed Fox, Secret Affair. Ooh, Secret Affair, spicy. Was It Love? Scent of a Woman? Dinner Mate? Mirror the Witch! 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 No, I love Mirror the Witch. It's like one of my favorite dramas. Oh, Mirror the Witch. Good taste. Good taste. That's all I'm gonna say. Good taste. I love Mirror the Witch. I love me some Mirror the Witch. What about...
I caught up with a few things this past weekend. Dodo Sol Sol La La Sol, which, for those of you that aren't watching it, to explain the name and why it's so long, it's because it's the notes to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So, then there's story behind that and whatever. So that's why the name's that. And even in the drama, people will get that name wrong, and she'll correct them. She's like, "No, it's Dodo." It's really funny.
It better not be music, people. That's like base level music theory.
No, it's because someone uses that as a screen name, and so she'll talk about that screen name person. But they'll shorten the name to something else. And she's like, "No, it's like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and then she'll go into it. It's really cute. I really like it. And then I need to catch up on Record of Youth really bad. I started Startup. I'm all caught up with that. And Tale of the Nine-Tailed.
I forgot that one started. Startup. Got started up.
Startup.
Because Startup started the same time of the other one, right?
I think it just started, didn't it?
It started Saturday.
It just started on the weekend, right? Yeah.
So there's a couple on Netflix.
Yeah.
I started half of the first episode of Private Lives. I ran out of time. I just haven't caught up. And there's going to be more current ones that I'll probably have to watch. Bad.
Hi, Joy. Sorry, Joy just popped in. So Katie says that we've convinced her to go to the High Seas to see Cherry Magic. It's not that High Seas. Irazuku sub is High Seas light.
No, we didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
We said nothing.
We just really like pirate-themed things. God.
Kirsten says she loves Dinner Maids, and they're watching Nine Tails. Wondering.
Nine Tails is good.
Uzvatska
I'm
is
enjoying
wondering, is Startup good?
I really enjoy it. The thing, just so you know, going into the first episode, a lot of it is backstory when they're kids. So it's actually kid actors for a big chunk of the first episode.
Of course.
Duh.
High-profile people, gotta put them, second episode.
Yeah. And well, I won't give any. Anyway, I think it actually might be more romance light than people might. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. To me, they're already like filling in love lines. Some people, and as far as the way the show reads to me, the first 2 episodes, not necessarily second lead syndrome, because to me there isn't a love line there. That's my opinion. It's more of a nice friend type thing, but I like Friends, so. But I really enjoy it. It's tough because a lot of it's kind of slow reveal in the first episode, so even if I say anything, like, it gives it away. So, like, I can't. It's not a mystery or anything, but definitely the way they the way they tell the story, it's slow, so you can't see it coming. So you get the grown-up people in the second episode, and even then, you don't see, what's his name? Pretty much supposedly the main lead guy until, like...
Nam Joo-hyuk?
Yeah. A little bit into the second episode. I mean, you don't see him for a while, so... I'm not thinking the first and second lead thing is really going to be as valid the way they're telling the story so far, so we'll see.
Who knows?
But if you look at the poster and if you kind of look at the teasers, it kind of throws you off, so, like, I don't know. But I enjoy it. I think it's going to be more family-oriented as well as business, I think. But tough to say when the first episode was all, like, when they're kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a comment that says, Korean kid actors are abnormally good. You right.
That's true.
You right. So, what am I watching besides Cherry Magic? I'm still watching Dating in the Kitchen. I've got like 3 episodes left.
I need to finish that up.
Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute.
I'm on episode 12, so I'm like halfway through.
Yeah.
I think I'm at 18 or 19 now.
I can actually like find out. See, this is the game that we play. This is the part that gets cut out of all the
Yep.
of all the episodes.
Okay.
Is Natalia opening WeTV to find out what episode she's on. Dating in the Kitchen. I am on episode 20. Oh, well, no, don't start playing. Oh. I just wanted to. I just wanted to see what episode. Yeah, I'm almost finished episode 20. That show is cute. It's a cute show. I'm also. What else am I watching? It was on my brain, and then it left. Oh, I'm against my better judgment. I'm watching Love by Chance 2. It's not good. It's not good. It's like Love by Chance 1 was good, and Love by Chance 2 is confusing and badly made. But like the actors are trying, so like you gotta,
They're trying.
They're doing their best with just the absolute garbage they've been given.
They've retconned all the story from the first one and changed. Oh, it's weird. I'm stressing out in that one about they recast the one character's older brother who, like, in the first season was like a 30-year-old man with a 5-year-old son. Now he's like a 22-year-old man with a 10-year-old son, and it's
very
really
confusing.
Creepy.
Hi, Annie. And then I'm also watching Oxygen, which is on YouTube for free for anyone who wants to watch it, and it is cute as hell. It is very low drama, very relaxing, just cute dudes being in love. There is like kind of an annoying female character who's, but you know what? You can just fast forward. She's not even important to the main plot. Just like fast forward her scenes. Who cares about her? Like, move on. What else am I watching? Oh boy.
I realized I'm halfway through Alice.
I wanted to start that. I haven't started it yet.
I haven't really heard a lot of people who are watching it, at least on my timeline.
I will reserve a lot of my comments until I'm done. Because I'm going to have to see how they do it from now on. Like, I was really enjoying it, and then, like, we'll see.
That's kind of the picture I got off of my timeline too. People it hit a certain point and people went,
A lot of people
"Wow."
jumped ship, and I'm like, the writers until then had handled things fairly well, so I need to give it the rest of the series to see how they. And that's the thing with sci-fi shows specifically too. Sometimes, so I'm not saying Alice in particular, but sometimes with sci-fi shows, midway through, if you try to like predict what's going to happen, you don't predict it right. You know, like you just have to let them show you what they were trying to show you, and then make your judgment. In my opinion, so we'll see.
So Ricky
It's
said,
well done, like the CGI and stuff. Like
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Ricky says, "Love by chance too. You need to love yourself more." Yeah.
Yeah.
And Annie says she wanted to watch Alex. Not Alex. She wanted to watch Alice, but seeing everyone's reactions, maybe she'll hold off. And Joy loves Oxygen. Yeah.
Of course.
When I'm done with Alice, I will at least say if I enjoyed it or not, and that will probably be indicative of if they fixed the thing that everyone's concerned about. Yeah.
I also rewatched My Hollow Love recently.
Aw.
Because I was in a mood and I needed to be cheered up. What a good show.
It's such a little
What a
great good show.
Just,
I really think, like, everybody who is even halfway willing to watch a rom-com should watch that show.
I have the first 2 episodes downloaded on my phone. I just haven't watched them yet.
It's
Keep meaning to.
It's like, and when I say it's like candy, just because I go through it fast, it's actually like really well done.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Nice.
And it's only like 12 episodes, so I think
it's
they
like a short one.
wrap up the series or the show pretty good.
Yeah, to me there wasn't like a dead episode. You know, like it didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
or anything.
Oh, I'm also watching a Filipino show, just like the movies. Very
so
cute.
good. I'm enjoying that one.
Very cute. It's like weirdly realistic while also not being, while still having like rom-com tropes, but like it feels real. It's bizarre. It also has a hilarious sister character who's very gay positive and very sex positive, and she is just a delight. Judith. No H. Judith. She's wonderful. Ricky says he's all about the warm milk agenda in Oxygen and has a soft spot for Dr. Perth, the one who has a crush on his coworker who is clearly going to have his heart broken. Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Jesse? What are you watching?
I haven't had any time to watch anything this week because of KCON, and there were some other concerts that I was watching alongside of KCON too. It's like a busy concert time.
And then we had a really long podcast episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Your
did.
minimum editing that I do was 6 hours, so everyone in this chat has to go listen to that second episode.
Yeah.
Also, spoiler alert, I'll be on a K-Bay podcast episode, I guess in November, because I just recorded with them. But if I was able to watch stuff, I'm watching a lot of horror movies, but not all Asian. I started Tale of Nine Tailed. I'm only up to 2. What else am I watching? I could look at my drama list, couldn't I? I wanted to watch Search, but I kind of just got spoiled by a very big thing, so I guess I'm not going to watch that. It's okay. Just wish people would decide on which hashtag we're going to use.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of chipping away from Lucifer. It's an older K-drama. And I started back up Missing the Other Side just because I wanted to watch that, but I waited until it finished, and it's just finished. And I think with Zombie Detective, I'm waiting till it ends as well.
I need to pick Zombie Detective back up.
I'm waiting for that to have enough episodes so I can binge, because your girl likes a binge.
Yeah. I've got a lot of other shows that I need to finish up before the end of the year, so I might start like focusing on those. But we'll see how much of like horror movies I watch. Also KCON, but but now we're low on KCON, so hopefully I can start watching things now.
Yeah.
Yes. Soon the KCON fever will be over.
Lizzie, what are you watching? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
She's watching N Flying stuff. Lizzie's a stan for N Flying. What else? Okay. She's not gonna tell you. Sorry. Her list is secret. Diablo!
Diablo's not a stan for anything. He's just full of hatred for everything that's not bread.
So scary.
And Ricky says that, just like in the movies, otherwise known as Gaia Película, the music choices are sublime. They are. It has an incredible soundtrack. It's chef's kiss. Right, buddy?
There's somebody on my timeline who started watching it just because she saw a clip and she knew the song they were playing and she loved that song. So she's like, well, now I'm going to go check out the show. And now she loves it. So it's good. It's good music.
Joy wants to know if it's Lucifer with Ju Ji-hoon.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
The 2006 one. Yeah, it's been my kind of pick it up whenever I want to watch a couple of episodes randomly show, and it's been nice having it there. I'm enjoying the show, but it's not something I want to binge necessarily, because I have been that's what I have been doing. I've been binging a lot of shows because we did so Neji episode, so I watched Moram School, and then I rewatched Save Me, and then I randomly one night binged that Thai show, The Vanished, the younger kids lost Thai show.
Yeah.
So I have been doing that. Those I've watched.
Well, I know that today, Liz, I will not be watching any K-dramas or anything today because there's a new season of Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix that just dropped today. So that is what I will be doing after this. Gonna eat some noodles, gonna watch some Unsolved Mysteries.
I rewatched Haunting of Hill House for the third time, and then I watched The Haunting of Bly Manor. So that's...
Was that good? It's on my list.
Not a lot of Asian. They're both good. I enjoy them. I like the first season a little bit better, but it's more horror than the second season is. I like ghosts and creepy things. And
it's spooky month.
Stuff.
It's spooky month. We gotta get spooky.
Yeah, I'm allowed to just binge on anything spooky.
Yep. True.
So what have you been watching, Amanda?
Well, one of the things that I've been watching, I had put it in the dropped pile because the subber who was subbing it stopped subbing it after 2 episodes. They just disappeared, and it was oh, that's too bad. And then somebody else from the site was I'm picking it back up. So now there's 6 episodes and only 2 left to go. So I was okay, I'm gonna watch it. And it's called Fujoshi Ukari Ge ni Kokuru, and it's about a closeted gay teenager who meets this girl who's a classmate of his in the boy love manga section at the bookstore, and they become friends, bonding over the fact that they both read boy love stories, but she doesn't know that he's gay, and she falls for him.
Read the room, lady. Read the room.
He wants to be normal, quotation marks. He wants to try to be normal, and he thinks, I really like this girl. She's a great friend, and she's really cute, and so if anybody's going to make it work for me, it could be her. So he tries dating her, and it's been far more deep and heartfelt than I expected it to be. The first episode is kind of cutesy and silly, and you kind of okay, I see where this is going. It's there's been suicide stuff and really deep heart-to-hearts with his mom and all kinds of stuff going on. So I'm really enjoying it, but it's definitely different than what I maybe expected it to be when I first started it, but not in a bad way. So that one, I'm was happy to have the opportunity to watch that.
Because that was quite a while ago that you did those episodes, like last year, right?
Yeah, like it was, well, it was either last year or like, you know, before the pandemic anyway, like, which feels like
it
last
was
year,
definitely.
So,
I know when they started subbing it. It was like, last year.
Yeah. So I'm surprised that they just picked it back up, but okay, cool.
You're surprised, but you're not going to complain.
So, I'm watching a few different Filipino dramas on YouTube. One of the ones I'm watching is called Corn Things. I like it. It's interesting. There's only, I think, one episode left to go, so we'll see if we get a happy ending or not. Well, who knows? But it's cute. The actors are cute, and the story's interesting, and I dig it. The one that I've been really on, though, is the Journey Across the Night. It's a Chinese drama on YouTube, and I got into it and I thought, okay, well, it's going to be creepy and scary, but I can handle it. I'll watch it during the day. It'll be fine. And it is creepy and scary at times, but it's I thought from the trailer that it was going to be like a sort of like supernatural time travel kind of funky, maybe like parallel worlds thing going on or something. It's not, but it does have a sort of supernatural aspect, but it's mostly a show about this guy who goes to Hong Kong to go to grad school. He's a psych major, and he focuses on schizophrenia because both his mother and his older brother developed schizophrenia when they were 24. And his 24th birthday is coming up, and he wants to know, is he destined to also have this issue? And his prof is like the foremost authority on schizophrenia. And so there's this weird sort of side backstory thing happening where the prof is maybe not such a good guy, because apparently he knows all of this about the guy's medical history, and basically that's why he's accepted the kid into his program, is so that he can study him. And he's done this before, and the previous student he did this with is institutionalized now. And so clearly whatever he's doing isn't helping. It's not making them better, and is possibly making them worse. Meanwhile, he moves into a haunted apartment building. And like
to make matters, as you do, right? As one would.
And he's like, no, it's not haunted. I don't believe in that. And his like friend that he makes at school is dropping him off, and he's like, wait, you live here? And he's like, yeah, I moved in yesterday. And he's like, you can't live on this street. This street is haunted. He's like, the whole street? He's like, the whole street. The whole street is haunted. That building was like a leprosy hospital, and then it was a torture chamber when the Japanese were here, and then it was a psych hospital, and nobody ever got cured, and everybody always died. And the big plot of land across the street, that's where they dumped all the bodies. The whole street is haunted. And he's like, nah, I'll be fine. And he meets one of his neighbors, and his neighbor's like, listen, I just want to, if you hear somebody knocking on your door at midnight, and he's like, yeah, and he goes, don't open the door because you'll let the spirits in. And he's like, what?
As if you were forewarned that this was maybe going to be an issue.
Yeah, and this is like the first couple of episodes, and he's like, there's cats everywhere, there's stray cats everywhere, and he's told that these aren't actually cats, they're the spirits of the dead. He's like, okay, great. The wallpaper peels off in the bedroom, and there's bloody handprints all over the wall. And he's like, great. And somebody looks into it and is like, oh, yeah, it was a single mom and her son who had cerebral palsy lived there. And they both died, but we're not really sure why or how. And I think maybe she killed herself, but the details are sketchy. And he's like, cool. That's great. And then one of the cats pukes outside of his window, and his next door neighbor feeds the cats like a stew that he makes for all the cats, and this cat pukes outside of his window, and there is a human fingernail in the puke, and he's like the tip of a finger. And so now he's like wondering if maybe his neighbor like killed the people who were in this apartment before and is feeding them to the cats. He doesn't know. It's really bizarre, but like the story when it all unfurls like is so interesting and so neat. And I was like sobbing, crying, because it's like where the story wound up going. And it's divided into like chapters. So that story about the haunted house that he lives in is like the first 5 episodes, and it's the first chapter. And then there's like another chapter is like 2 or 3 episodes. And then, so I'm on to like the 4th or 5th chapter now. And this chapter is called Red Velvet, and it's about a woman in a red dress, a ghost woman in a red dress. So
not listening to Red Velvet. I mean,
no, there's no red velvet in it. I'm like, really? Come on,
Rude.
guys.
Rude.
Listen, Red Velvet's great.
But it's interesting. It's kind of.
I'm surprised that you like it.
I like it so much, and I was very scared in the beginning. The first couple episodes, there were some jump scares and some weird stuff, but you're like not sure. You're never sure if he's like, is he actually being haunted or seeing supernatural things, or is he starting to have a break with reality? Is he starting to have, and then there's like side stories and side mysteries and plots and things, and they've involved like suicide and abuse and all kinds of stories. It's a little heavier to like the supernatural element, but it's kind of reminds me of It's Okay to Not Be Okay in that way, where it's combining sort of psychological stories with, mystery and whatnot. But it's interesting. It's not at all what I thought I was getting myself into, but I'm really enjoying it. So
Ricky says he's now invested in this story, so I guess, Ricky, you're gonna have to go out and watch this drama. So
yeah, add it to the list.
Oh.
it's on YouTube. It's on the Yo-Yo English channel, and it'll say it doesn't have subs, but it does. They're just embedded right in the video. So
Sneaky. Those sneaky sneaks. Sneaking it. So yeah, that's what we've been up to, man. It's, we've been around for 2 years. 2 years. It's our 2-year anniversary.
Yay!
I should have gotten a little birthday hat.
Oh yeah, we should have really made this
but they
celebration.
don't really have any
so I should have
anywhere.
planned a party again, just
Yeah.
like for our first anniversary.
We had we had a good time.
Sounds like a lot of work. Our first anniversary, we actually physically were around our first anniversary, we were physically together, and we did lots of things, and we videotaped.
We videotaped them, and then the videos are somewhere.
I put them on the drive.
I put them on the drive, and then I downloaded them to edit, and then Life.
Yeah, this is not my editing thing.
This is me.
Yeah,
this is
yours.
all Natalia. And then life happened. So maybe one day they will suddenly appear, and it'll just be glorious. Thank you for all your congratulations.
Do a lot of stuff.
What's up?
No, people are
You made us
congratulating
do a lot of stuff.
Yes, we did.
Why are people congratulating us? I see.
Because
I'm trying to follow what you were saying.
They're congratulating us for surviving 2 years as a podcast, which apparently is very rare for podcasts. So,
you just can't shut us up.
Yeah, we just keep talking. They keep thinking they gotta run out of shit to talk about. But then the universe just keeps giving us
We'll figure it out
stuff
somehow.
to chat on.
However, if you ever have any questions or ideas about what you might like to hear from us, feel free to let us know, and we will consider maybe doing it.
Or if you
we always
hate
like
something
ideas
you've
and
been doing.
feedback. I don't know if you hate it, you can keep that part to yourself.
I don't know. If it's something we're kind of like about doing, but we think it's like people like it, we just keep doing it.
That's true.
We could stop doing it and move on.
Just say it really politely.
They're going to be like, we really, really like the corners, and we miss the corners. Bring back the corners. And we,
Yeah, no.
doesn't happen.
No.
I can, but I have to get back in the rhythm of finding those music videos, man. For some reason, that was super hard for me this past time. I don't know why. And then, later on, after we had recorded, when I spent more hours on it later, I was like, oh, I'm finding all types of, like, cozy crap. Like, why couldn't I find it before? Right.
Classic capers. Yeah. No, I have been reading, if we're gonna go a brief little corners, I have discovered a new fan fiction that is so good that I am losing my mind. And it actually works out quite nicely because for some reason the old chestnut of fan fiction's not real literature nonsense has come up from some new 20-year-old English lit major who is just like, all of you fan fiction people aren't reading real literature, you dumbasses. And it's just like, no, it is. Like, it's its own genre. Nice try, though. Yeah, okay. This is why nobody likes English lit majors. Get out of here. Like, go away. Like, I don't really care what some old white dudes in the 1800s thought about life. I'm really enjoying this, Anyway, I found this fic. It's called Medium Blues, which is incredible. Great name, because it's about a medium, as in someone who can see ghosts, and he's having a rough time, so it's a good title. It's an Untamed fic. I really like Untamed fics. They're just good, and Wei Wuxian is a medium who masquerades as like a fake psychic to make money, like reading people's palms and shit, but like it's just making shit up because no one believes he actually sees ghosts. And then he meets a detective named Lan Wangji who thinks that he's involved in this weird murder. Maybe something ghostly is going on. It's like a sick urban fantasy. It's so good. It's full novel length on Archive of Our Own. I'll go I think I tweeted it the other day.
You did. I think I bookmarked it.
Yeah, it's real good. It's real good. And so she says, why do people feel the need to criticize what people... I don't know, man. They do. And Annie says, maybe you guys should try a thing where you each try a drama that's high rated but you don't think will be your thing, and then report on whether you were right or wrong. See, here's the problem with this. It is a great idea, but all dramas are my thing, except for one. I've only ever really hated one drama.
There's more than that. You really don't like Blade Man either.
Okay. But it's not that I don't like Blade Man. I just think Blade Man is stupid. That's different. I derived enjoy, just like I think like Black Knight. Do we remember Black Knight? Does everyone remember that? That is a stupid drama, but I derived joy from watching it because it was so stupid. There is only one drama that I haven't derived any sort of joy from. That is Heirs, and that is all I will say about it. But yo. Heirs, I hate Heirs. Sorry, someone was asking which one. Heirs, I think it's the worst.
Some people love it, though.
Some people love it, and that's fine.
When I watched it, I loved it. I just inhaled it. But part of that was being at my in-laws over the holidays, and so, I just was like...
You're like, I need...
I was hanging out in the corner just doing my thing, right? But, I was also really new to dramas at the time, so it's kind of... I don't know.
If you like it,
really
you like
enjoyed it.
Dramas are for entertainment.
There were aspects of it that I didn't enjoy. And I didn't love the leads. Well, no, I liked her. I didn't like Lee Min-ho's character. So, yeah. But I enjoyed, everything else. And, Hot Daddy's in it. So.
Side note, I saw that Lee Min-ho is eyeing a like an English speaking drama.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Tango.
I think it's and it's like
So that'll be-
Apple too. Like Apple has a producer.
Oh, really?
I think
Yeah.
So we'll see if that goes through. That'll be interesting.
Usvade is asking me, do I hate it worse than Boys Over Flowers? I actually like Boys Over Flowers in a sort of ironic way. So, yeah, it's worse than Boys Over Flowers. I think Boys Over Flowers is campy and fun.
Yeah, it was fun watching it.
Yeah, we had a good time. You have to be in the right mindset to enjoy Boys Over Flowers. Like, you can't go in expecting you're going to watch
Probably Airs too. You probably, if you were drunk watching Airs, it might be a good time.
Or you might be more angry. It kind of depends on what kind of a drunk you are. I guess.
That's like my theory. Since I've never been drunk before, my theory is always I'd be a very, very angry drunk.
You
That's my
might be.
theory.
I'm like a happy drunk and then I fall asleep. I like giggle and then I'm like, and I'm done.
The problem with us like doing like watch things is that inevitably if someone doesn't have enough time to watch things, that means that they have to prioritize like a specific thing for the podcast, which means that they don't get to watch what they want in the grand scheme of things, which sucks a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing we've learned over the past 2 years is like when we pick topics or things to do for the podcast or whatever, we've been trying to start to do more of what can we do that we've already watched, or what can we do that we are already interested, like, oh, I was already going to watch that.
Yeah.
Because early on, we were giving ourselves a lot of homework. For a long time, we were giving ourselves a lot of homework.
That's why I love
when
the
I was
genre
watching,
genre.
it was hard. It was really hard. I was only watching what the podcast
Yeah.
episodes were, and most of the time I'm not watching. I don't like rom-coms for the most part, so then it just kind of was like, here I go again, another show that I don't want to be watching. And I really can't, if I don't like a show, it's like really hard for me to keep on watching too. I just want to get it over and drop it and move on with my life.
Rightfully so. So, yeah, it's good to try new things, though.
Yeah.
I think in general.
Oh yeah, like the concept is good. It just when like it's limited time and then it becomes like you only have 2 hours for a drama that week, then you don't even get to have an option for your own dramas.
Right.
Yeah.
And the main thing we learned is like, let's try to not do that to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I like the genre episodes, because we each get to pick what we want to watch within the genre, or something we've already seen. But that could just be me. You could always
I
start
like
watching telenovelas. Listen, I watch weekenders and dailies, so that's like I'm watching telenovelas.
There is a type of drama that we want to like start watching that we need like feedback from. I don't know if anybody in the chat would be. Yeah.
If any of you happen to have like a or if you think we would like it, if you know us that well, like if you've listened to us enough, Bollywood. We're eventually going to do not. It is not going to be a comprehensive Bollywood episode. It's going to be us stepping our toes into Bollywood a little bit. Like that's what it'll be. So don't be coming to us for Bollywood information. We'll be trying to learn, is what it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
So
we're not going to
something
watch like
Netflix.
17 of them. But if you have like a fave that you think we would like, please let us know.
We have also
Because we're trying to plan that way in advance to where we have time to watch what we want to watch.
There's also a suggestion that we should check out some Turkish television. I'd be down.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I have
A lot of it on
watched
Netflix?
One. There's a lot of Turkish on Netflix.
Huh?
I watched the first season of oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a kind of Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of, he's the chosen one kind of scenario.
Jesse is in on that.
I mean, okay. He's the chosen one who has to like slay some gods or something, and
Okay.
I think he bangs like 3 different women in the first episode, maybe. I'm not sure, but like he's big himbo energy for this guy. But
Ooh, I do
it
love a
was
good
an enjoyable
himbo.
watch. My husband and I liked it, so I haven't watched the second season yet, but we did enjoy the first season. So I just can't remember what the name of it is.
It has some favorite Turkish ones. Send us a message or whatever.
Joy wants to know if we want new ones or old ones. We want any of them. If they're quality, we want your
If they're
suggestions.
quality and also it's like accessible, like especially if they're like on Netflix, so it would be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Netflix and YouTube are preferred, but you know.
Because also, as far as us sharing information with our listeners, like, we prefer Netflix and YouTube because that's what people tend to watch.
Super accessible.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer the question now.
Yeah, you can just like
You can think about
you
it.
can think about it. You can tweet us. You can message us. We all good. You don't have to immediately come. This isn't a quiz. You're not being graded. You don't have to immediately
we
come
don't
up with
need
an
this
answer.
like episode like in 2 weeks.
Right, it's gonna be a while. Because, we could blindly probably try to figure out what we might like and attempt to go watch it, but it's better if it's somebody like, no, you guys are, recommendations.
It's like, oh, I
when
see
you're
that you
stepping-
like this. You would like this. They're all joking that they're very upset that Jessie doesn't like rom-coms, but it's a joke. We know you're kidding because
You can hate me if you
love
want.
us.
Unfollow.
Nah, they're kidding. It's all in good fun here. These are all good peeps. Someone suggests
I allow
Bollywood.
people to watch rom-coms. I don't care what you watch. Just don't force me to into one.
So, Uvasne
Watch
is
horror.
wondering, what do you guys think of the general state of K-dramas in 2020? Well, okay, this year's been a weird year, man. This year's been a weird year. So,
I think they're doing good. For
I think
what's
that the
going on.
ones that I've seen have been great. I really enjoyed, what was the name of that one where the woman wants to have a
Hospital
baby? Oh My Baby. I really enjoyed that. That was this year, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
And I think they just added it to Netflix, so don't quote me on that. I will now check.
I've really enjoyed all the K-dramas that I've actually watched, but I haven't been watching a lot of them this year, if that makes sense. Like I've been a lot more willing and quicker to drop dramas. Like after just an episode, I'll be like, I'm just not feeling this one. On to the next thing. But I'm watching a lot more Chinese this year, and Filipino now. Since quarantine started, there's a lot of Filipino dramas on YouTube that I'm watching, and yeah. So, but the ones that I've watched, the K-dramas I've watched, I've really enjoyed. So, like When the Weather Was Fine, that was good.
Man, even that one feels like last year.
It does.
Well, yeah.
It was like just at the
Wow.
beginning of like quarantine, right?
The fact that Crash Landing on You was in 2020
I know.
still, like,
Yeah, it's been a long year.
Yeah, it's okay. It was great. Hospital Playlist is great.
Mystic Pop-Up Bar.
I actually
That's
really
the web drama.
enjoyed King Eternal Monarch. That was
That was fun.
That was this year. This year, like, the time is so increasingly weird and meaningless this year. Like, time seems to stretch forever, but also not exist. It's been both a long and short year. It's a bizarre...
well, and just like even my watching habits, because life, either I feel like I don't have time or I'm too overwhelmed to watch dramas, or I'm binging the heck out of them. Those are really the only two settings I've had recently.
Yeah. When I'm not, like, feeling good and feeling like I hate life, just, like, the majority of the time I won't, like, end up watching anything that requires subtitles. It's, like, way too much for my brain to handle, and I'll just have a panic attack. But what I've watched has been good, but I've also, like, shifted a lot because I have a lot more time now to focus on the music that, like, I just kept putting off and deep diving in music, and then all the concerts that I'm able to, like, watch because I can be up at 5 a.m. to watch them when that wasn't the case before. I think that's just been shifting in my priorities and using the time for that.
There's a lot of Mystic Pop-Up Bar love in the chat.
Oh, yeah, Mystic.
We really enjoyed it. That was a good one.
I haven't finished Nobody Knows, but I'm sure that's going to be great because I've liked it. I haven't gotten back to it.
I even started watching Canadian television again this year. So, like, which it's nice because, I mean, I stopped when we got rid of, like, cable and everything. And there was, like, no real way to stream. But now our main, like, Canadian network, CBC, has an app that you can download and watch all the shows, and they pop up like immediately, and it's great. And I started watching this one called Trickster, and it's so good. It's also creepy. I don't know what's happened to me this month, but I'm watching all the creepy things.
Spooky month. It's October. You've been invited.
Yeah.
Halloween it's on a full moon this year. You're getting in the spooky season.
So
Oh, speaking of Halloween,
365?
I have a fun little anecdote about Montreal. I live in Montreal. So they were talking about how they're going to do trick-or-treating, okay? So they've decided that trick-or-treating can happen, but you can only give them candy from you have to maintain 2 meters between you and the trick-or-treaters. So everyone's like, how the hell are we going to do this? So it's like, yes. So they were like, are we going to catapult the candy at people? Like, because they were like, we could just leave it in a bowl, but like the first trick-or-treater's going to come and just empty that bowl, and then you're done. I think that people should employ, you know how in some larger churches they have the offering baskets on long poles?
yeah.
You should do like a
Well, yeah,
pole
like it's one of those
basket.
like
there you go.
grabby hand things.
Yeah.
Those grabby
to, like,
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
get for like behind furniture and stuff. Like you just like grab it.
You should just make like a hobo bundle and just sort of pull.
Or, like,
Put it
there's
on the
gotta
end
be,
of
like
a
some sort of
broom.
like gun that like you can just like slingshot it. Like,
I still think
Huck it-
catapulting
huck
is
it
the
at
best
the
option.
kids.
just, like marshmallow
Oh.
gun,
I
t-shirt guns.
Vaze asked, have you seen the candy chutes down the stairwell? We have not. I have not.
No.
I don't think I'll get any trick-or-treaters anyway because I live on the top floor of an 8-plex, so
But
like
that
it's
would be
very
perfect.
unlikely.
You could
I don't
stand on the top floor on your
Just
balcony and
don't-
just
Just,
drop the
just
candy.
drop candy.
Yeah.
Hey
There you
kids,
go.
You want-
Candy. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
Beth says they should use an automatic treat dispenser like for dogs. Listen, we are revolutionizing Halloween right now.
I almost bought one of those to fill it with like sugary Saturday morning cereal, so that on Saturday mornings they could get up, go turn the TV on, and eat and let me and my husband sleep. We were like, it's not a bad idea. But
I
somebody
feel
might,
like I should just put a basket on a rope and then just sit outside of my balcony and wait for, trick-or-treaters and just be like, here you go. Here you go. Except that my 8-plex is kind of weird because there is a front lawn of it, but the front lawn is completely fenced off with no way to get into it.
If you could get into it, you should sprinkle the candy all around the lawn, and it's kind of like an Easter egg hunt, and they have to go find the candy.
I'll just huck it at them, be like, hey kids.
No.
Except that I won't because, when I do trick-or-treating, because we used to live in our place in where I used to live, we lived in a house, and we rarely got trick-or-treaters because our house was kind of hidden, but see, the trick-or-treaters who did show up got a delight, because guess what your girl gives out for Halloween?
Do you do gift bags?
No. Full-sized soda. That's
Nice.
right. That's right. Not the bubbly. We get root beer. Root beer and orange crush. That's right. I don't think they can be called Easter eggs. If we're doing the Halloween hunt, I think it needs to be the Halloween hunt. There, I've already listened.
Be like
There you go.
bat droppings.
Yeah. The pumpkin patch. Dun, dun. Will you get good candy or will you get candy corn and black licorice? Dun, 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 dun.
Any.
I still think you wait around, and if someone actually has a really good outfit costume thing, then you chuck more candy out.
Yeah, be like, oh, you get the
you
extra candy.
Get good candy per the costume.
Soda's just another word for pop. Is soda a Canadian thing on Halloween? No, I don't think so. Well, okay, when I was growing up, I lived in the country, and so there was only like 10 kids who would go to all the houses in our road because I lived in the middle of nowhere. So they would give us deluxe candy. And there was one house that always gave out root beer and orange soda, and it was like the best house. And like
That's what my dad always talks about with Halloween too when he was a kid. In the country, growing, you only go to like 10 houses. The house that gave out the full-size candy bars and the house that gave out the cans of pop. Like, those are the houses he remembers.
You know,
well, you have to walk farther, like, between houses.
True.
No,
it was too far. You had to drive. Between houses. But see, then what would happen is at the end of the night, my mom always put on with her friends the most elaborate haunted house, because our house is creepy. My mom's house is extremely creepy regardless. It's like a 150-year-old farmhouse in the middle of rural Canada. Like, it's creepy. But she's a little theatric, and all of her friends are also theatric, because she had all of these friends who never had kids. So it was like they would all come over, and they would put on a traumatizing haunted house. Like, children would sob. It was bad. Like, okay, so some things that she's done. She had my dad dressed up in, like, a mask, but he was just wearing, like, sweater and khakis, but had, like, this gruesome mask. And the way that the house was set up, you'd have to walk in and then walk down a hallway before getting to the kitchen, because Mom would make you walk all the way through the house. And so, he would be in the bathroom, which was along the hallway, hiding with all the lights off, and he would wait for a group to go by, and then he would kidnap the last person in the group. And so, like, then suddenly they'd get to the middle of the house and realize they were, like, missing a person in their group. And then we had this antique organ, so my mom's friend Jill would be, like, putting all these candles around, dressed in, like, a witch costume, like, playing the organ and, like, cackling. One year we had an unfinished basement, so Mom brought everyone down to the unfinished basement and put on a fake dissection of my sister, and fake dissected her. And then when you finally get to the end of the house, you would be
I'm glad that you specifically said that it was a fake dissection.
Yes, they did not really murder my sister.
1 year, my mom sacrificed her.
Yeah, but so they had, people like, my sisters who were like 10 years older than us, so they were all in their teens and too old for trick-or-treating, but not too old to scare a bunch of kids. They would, do jump scares, so they would be like, hiding, and anyway. But you would get to the end, and my mom would be there, dressed she had this very, very elaborate witch costume, and she would have 3 giant bowls of candy around her, and she would just be rocking in a rocking chair, like, laughing to herself. And then she would come up, and you would, like, be about to take the candy, and she'd be like, "Be warned, 1 bowl is poison." Like, and you're just like, traumatizing youth was my mom's just, my mom's very theatrical. Kirsten says, my husband just made a funny video about getting screwed with crappy candy, but then the good house with full-size candy bars, because he's bored, and needs a creative outlet. Like, when you got that full-size chocolate bar,
oh my gosh,
there was nothing,
you were on top of the world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, something that I saw that neat about 6 months or so ago. There's a website that does international types of candy. Like, you can get just this box of kind of like, let's say, South American candy. And so then I thought that was so cool. And I thought if I did trick-or-treating, that would be something. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing it this year, but.
Yeah.
Just give out all Korean candy.
Well,
I think that would be really neat.
You all get Choco Pies. Get out of here. Actually, we always have Choco Pies in the house. My husband really likes them, so. I can't eat them because I have celiac, but he really enjoys the old Choco Pie.
Get some high chews. I remember those.
I always have, like, the little coconut jellies. Love those coconut jellies. They come in, like, the little cups, and then you just, like, yeah. I've always got them in the house. I'm addicted. I've been drinking them. I used to eat them a lot when I was a kid because I lived in Thailand, and they were, like, everywhere. And my mom was, like, super paranoid that we were going to, like, choke and die on these. Last thing says, give out ramen for Halloween. Struggle-ween. Enjoy your ramen, children. No, I don't think I'll get any trick-or-treaters.
You know, this year, like, I'm not doing it, but if I was doing trick-or-treating, I would be giving out hand sanitizer and, like, toilet paper or
Hand
something.
sanitizer and masks. Here you go. Happy Halloween.
Here's some Lysol. Some Clorox wipes.
All that stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. So, Kirsten says, one of my neighbors brews beer for Halloween, so kids get candy and adults get a frosty beverage. That's nice.
Nice.
That's
That's
nice.
awesome.
Jillian says that she's been making so many Korean treat bags because she's doing K-pop bingo for Halloween because she lives in Halifax where there aren't any COVID cases, so they can have fun. Lucky. Of course I moved from
Lucky.
Halifax to the worst place in Canada with COVID, but it's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I
you
just
saw.
fine.
Oh, they have lots of cases here. We better go here.
Yeah, I better go where in the thick of it. And Katie says one of our friends is the Full Size Candy House. They bought 378 full-size chocolate bars this year.
Ooh.
Wow.
I hope you went to Costco for those. Hoo boy.
Right.
Order direct from supplier. That's. No,
Mhm.
I usually do the soda because I'm vegan, so I don't want to give out non-vegan stuff. So it's usually either that or Swedish Fish. Oh,
Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids.
That's right. Fuzzy
Combo.
peaches. Boop, boop, boop,
Magic
boop.
combo.
Oh, I love Swedish Fish. In my family's from New Jersey, and we from Ocean City, New Jersey, which is right near Atlantic City, and there's this place that makes Swedish Fish flavored shaved ice, and it is.
Oh. Did you see there was one time Oreo had Swedish Fish? Like flavor.
Swedish Fish Oreo. Oreo needs to stop. Oreo is out of control. Like the flavors
You've gone
that
too
Oreo
far,
comes up with
Oreo.
are wrong. There are just some wrong flavors. It ain't right. It ain't right, man. No one wants Swedish Fish Oreos. Like that. No one asked. I used to also get Swedish Fish vodka, and then I would mix it with 7-Up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my university house party. I would make a big with that. You would put in Swedish Fish vodka, rainbow sorbet, and 7-Up.
Ooh.
That's a
That
good
does
combo.
sound good.
You would get a drunk. Like it was like the sort of drunk where you don't realize how much you're drinking because it doesn't taste like alcohol, but then suddenly you're like,
Yeah.
whoa!
You're like, oh,
I've made a
okay.
huge mistake.
You like go to like stand up once, you're like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh,
This is
no.
my life.
No. Caitlin says
This
she's
is my
tried
room
this.
now. This is where I live.
Caitlin says she tried the Swedish Fish Oreos and they weren't bad. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I could see them like going, like kind of like the, I don't know, cherry
Yeah, I
and
guess.
chocolate. Well,
Yeah.
but that still doesn't.
Entice.
I don't like fruit and chocolate. That
No,
combo
no,
together.
I'm not
so-
really like a chocolate person. Like I don't really love chocolate. I'm a caramel person. I love me some caramel. Everyone's just laughing about the Swedish Fish Oreos now. Ay. You right. You right.
Trying to think of what else we've learned in the past 2 years.
Skype is constantly trying to get us. That's what we've learned.
Well,
The
yeah, and
people
then
at-
also we learned per being in quarantine that people really love Zoom. That was a shock.
That was bizarre.
We were all like, wait a minute, people use Zoom and not Skype?
Yeah.
That's all we've ever known is this.
All we know is Skype. We live Skype. Oh, Skype. But like Skype, I feel like at this point we have so many troubles with Skype that it's like Skype is trying to phase itself out in the
Yeah, it's trying to
slowest
ruin it,
possible way. Oh,
Maybe
we've
we
got-
need to like try Google Hangouts or something.
Yeah.
See if it'll love us better.
We have votes in chat for pistachio Oreos.
Ooh,
And-
I think I've had them before. Yeah.
And the lemon and the carrot cake Oreos, Beth says, are amazing. So,
I can see that.
mhm.
I've had the birthday cake.
Is the birthday cake pretty good? I've always wondered.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew really
Yeah.
likes, there's a strawberry cheesecake Oreos. He really likes those. And he really likes the mint Oreos, which I get because I do like mint chocolate quite a bit.
Team mint chocolate.
Team mint chocolate. And
I
then
can
say,
do mint chocolate.
Zoom is no picnic. We did a couple months ago. We did an online podcast con that was on Zoom. I hate Zoom. I hate it. Not a
Also,
fan.
the problem is we're cheap and we don't have to pay
Yeah,
for Zoom and constantly be
Yeah.
Not- doing 45-minute.
We're poor. We're poor. We're poor.
As we've proven, and we can go for 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, they also say avoid pumpkin spice Oreos. Was going to. See, it's really fun. On one hand, I'm sad that I don't get to try all of these because I have celiac, so I can't. But on the other hand, I'm good, man. I'm good. There is a really funny video. If you know, he's a voice actor named Pro DZP. He does these bizarrely straight man food reviews where he'll buy every flavor that he can find of a certain type of food and then try everyone and tell you his thoughts on them. And he has an episode where he tries one second, I gotta find out how many types of Oreos.
He is currently in the dub of Agretsuko's season 3.
Yeah. I love Agretsuko.
He tries 27 different types of Oreos. So,
Wow.
if you ever wanted to know someone's unfiltered thought about every type of Oreo that you can get in California, he is here to deliver he also did one where he tries all the different types of Doritos he could find. He does all the different types of Lunchables.
I feel Jenna Marbles did one very, very, very long time ago, so it was probably 7 years ago.
There's probably been
I watched a video once of, I guess there's a ton of Kit Kat flavors in Japan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched a video of somebody doing that, and that was interesting.
They do gourmet ones as well.
Yeah.
There's limited edition gourmet ones.
So whoever was doing it, they had this big pack of all the fancy stuff.
I have no idea I just can hear my husband talking on the phone out of the room. I have no idea who he's talking to. But
His friends?
I don't know.
Friends?
He's talking about how good food delivery is here. It is. We order from this one place. If you're ever in Montreal, it's the most unassuming little place. It's called the Wok Cafe, and it's basically the Asian equivalent of a greasy spoon. It is, when you go in, you're like, this doesn't look like a safe place to order food from, but look past that. Because the food is delicious, and I don't know how they're in business, because they charge so little for so much food. And I always get the spicy peanut tofu, which is not spicy, and then a side of crispy spinach to put on top of it. And crispy spinach is the greatest food ever invented by man, because they took one of the healthiest foods, spinach, and then said to themselves, how can we make this the opposite of healthy? And the answer is to deep fry it, and then coat it in sugar. Genius.
Oh.
Genius. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, so if you're ever in Montreal, check out the Wok Cafe. It's an experience, but they deliver in 20 minutes. And I don't know how they make money. They charge nothing. I really want some Wok Cafe. Oh no. So yeah.
Anybody else have any questions or?
Any last minute questions? Caitlin says anything deep fried is delicious. You right.
Yep.
It's
Pretty
true.
much.
I watched a video yesterday that was, it's like a Korean street food where it's a hot dog coated in like yeasted dough and then rolled in potato chunks, coated in breadcrumbs, and then deep fried.
Yeah, they like to do those gourmet corn dog type things.
I want it. I don't even like corn dogs, and I want
it always
it.
looks so big. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this big, and
And then people are shoving it in the mouth. I'm like, how are you doing that?
you gotta take the corn on the cob method to like get you started.
Underneath your jaw.
Joy asked, "What's been your fave watch so far?" Do you mean this year? If we're gonna take it as what has been our favorite thing that we watched this year?
Hospital Playlist.
Good one.
Hospital Playlist was really good.
I really liked My Hollow Love. Like,
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, My Hollow Love was great.
My Hollow Love.
My Hollow Love, and then XX, the little web drama.
Yeah,
That was
those
good.
two things I'm like, I offer up to pretty much anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, like solidly for every type of person, really.
I really enjoyed Crash Landing on You quite a bit.
Trying to.
I'm
feel like
also
When the Weather is Fine. I really enjoyed that one this year. And Mystic Pop-Up Bar.
and I've also really enjoyed the Netflix revamp of Unsolved Mysteries. It's good. I'm ready for season 2. I'm prepped.
I really, really liked Hyena, like, a lot.
And Caitlin asked what we were binging, but I'm sorry if you already asked this. We already did, so I guess you'll have to go back and watch in a later time.
It took us a long time to talk about what we were watching. That's why
Yeah.
we're not going to
We can say it really fast.
Annie wants to know what the favorite thing that you've watched because of the podcast was.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Hospital Playlist.
Yeah, Hospital Playlist. Yeah.
I think 12 Nights is still a
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
for me.
yeah. I was like still on the this year train, but yeah, no. 12 Nights is one of my favorite dramas, and
Yeah.
it was the first drama we covered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed When the Weather is Fine, or when, yeah. We watch a lot of good stuff for the podcast, man. We have a good time.
Now, this is going to be a funny answer, but I enjoyed the experience of Boys Over Flowers.
We had so much fun. We did have a lot of fun with that.
Because had we not done it the way we did it, had I just, like, up and watched it just by myself, it wouldn't have been near as enjoyable. So, like, only within the context of what we were doing was it way
Yeah.
more fun.
That was a lot of fun because
That
I was
was.
always on the chat with
Yeah.
Sky when she
Yeah.
was watching it, and so like I'd always have it like in the background, and then I'd know when things were gonna happen that I was like, okay, I want to see her reaction to what's gonna go down in this crazy show. So yeah, that was fun.
And
We made
Caitlin,
it enjoyable.
You always liked it when I would put the big eyes, like, I have an emoji type thing
Yeah,
where
right.
the big eyes. I'd go, "What?"
I'm like, okay, my favorite character Monkey is coming, so I gotta see how she feels about her.
Caitlin also wants to know if there's any dramas you're looking forward to for the rest of 2020. I am
Gonna go.
very much looking forward to Manor of Death, which comes out in November. It is a
Oh,
Thai
yeah.
drama, a Thai crime drama, so I am very pumped for that. And also, because it's me, Tharntype Season 2 comes out soon. And I, against my better judgment, am very excited for it. Very much against my better judgment.
I don't know.
Supposedly, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go.
Supposedly, True Beauty comes out in December, so that's a thing. Just saying.
I'm kind of looking forward to that spy one.
The
with
Spy Who
Eric
Loved
The
Me?
Newman.
Spies Who Love Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty fun.
I'm looking forward to checking it out at least. So.
The Silent Sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna happen in December. What else was there?
I was looking forward to the 1,000 Stars or whatever, but it's been pushed to 2021.
Soon, Amanda. Soon.
Soon, yeah, for a year. Soon.
We've been, yeah. We got the
With a lot of
trailer.
these coming out. It's
We got the teaser trailer for it in January, and
why is Super 8 talking to me?
Who is?
Super M.
Super M.
Hey there.
I love you.
Hey there, how's it going? Tell us, what are your top 3 favorite songs from Super 1? Well, is that an invasive question? Kidding.
Yes, it is, by the way, to answer. Is that the Gong Yu one? Indeed. Soon. Katie says we can rant about Tharntide together. Oh, you know I will. You know I will be on the Twitter. Just losing my mind, as per usual. Yeah, so that's it, man. That's been another fun little live stream. We should do these every couple of months or something. They're fun. They're fun. We have a good time. And now that, I've mostly got it
Figured out.
working, how to get it to work,
Yeah.
That'll probably change. There'll be an update in the
there'll be an
meantime,
update to
and
Skype and
Or
it'll
like,
mess
finally
everything up
succumb to,
again. Like
Zoom or something.
Spotify.
Anyway, thank you everyone for coming to our live stream. We had a really fun time.
And you can always message us.
Yeah, we're always on Twitter. We live there. So, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun. This is goodbye. We hope you had a good time.